Hello, my name is Malerie. You're watching GCTV. I'm here with the Greenfield City Councilor, Sara Brown. Welcome.
Thank you.
What made you want to be on the City Council?
I think that I've always been interested in local politics, and I didn't really think I would be involved so soon. But then when Penny Ricketts' seat was open, I was like, okay, this could be a really good time because to get appointed rather than be running a campaign. So I just was interested and decided to put my name forward and got a bunch of letters of support and just wanted to be more involved in local community organizing because I'm already doing projects with the housing cooperative and Free Store and just wanted to, I already go to lots of meetings and whatever, do collaborating with other people, so just wanted to try experiencing that through City Council and learning more about how the city operates and how it can be benefit and help more people.
That's cool.
Yeah.
What's the best thing about living in Greenfield?
I like Greenfield a lot because I think it's like a nice balance of urban and rural. I grew up in New York City in a housing co-op actually, and I like that here we have like the amenities of downtown, but also you have access to being in the woods, and I also just like the people here. I feel like are very creative, and there's lots of small businesses and co-ops and people who are self-employed and making their own path, and and lots of people who are very invested in the local community and volunteering and doing lots of nice things. So I like Greenfield. Yeah.
What do you wish to accomplish on City Council?
I feel like the issues like near and dear to my heart are affordable housing and environmental justice. So with affordable housing, I would love to help with starting a affordable housing trust to fund affordable housing projects, and also work on like zoning that can help create affordable housing. And then also there's some ways to change taxes, like you can tax vacant commercial properties or tax Airbnbs to help affordable housing. So I'm interested in that issue, as well as with environmental justice. There's topics that you can work on to like help create more of a closed loop economy and ecosystem. So for example, I proposed to the DPW to have compost co-op drop-offs on city land. I don't know if that will happen yet, but through the Sustainable Material Recovery Program grant through Mass DEP. And I think the compost co-op is doing a great job because it's like a worker-owned business that employs people who are impacted by incarceration. So I think that is like a neat example of how something that's like a waste product can be turned into a resource and be employing people and helping generate jobs and help our ecosystem and help provide living wages to people. Yeah.
What are you going to do to make our city better?
Well, those are some topics I'm interested in. I think also overall just like how can we have a social safety net so that people can be okay and be able to meet their basic needs is probably what I'm overall most interested in, like through a lens of like mutual aid and building community, and trying not to get bogged down in like political identities of like being divisive and trying to approach issues more bipartisan.
How do you make decisions about what's good for Greenfield?
Well, I'm really new because I just started in October, so I feel like we haven't voted on anything yet that's been super controversial. But I think in general, I'm making decisions just by like trying to understand the issues first, like asking questions and doing research and that kind of thing, and talking to other people who are experts or impacted by an issue and can give lived experience. And I think, yeah, just finding out, getting a pulse from the public of what people, want and think is right is helpful to understand issues.
How do you prepare for each city council meeting?
The city council meetings can go really late, like it can start at 6:30 and end at midnight or whatever. So I think just obviously like eating dinner early and like bringing snacks is good. And then also like just reading through the agenda and understanding what we're going to be discussing. And I've also been attending a lot of the subcommittee meetings. So that helps because then by the time it's the city council meeting where we're voting on something, like I've already been hearing the discussions leading up to it.
Oh, okay. What is it like to be so young and serving in a local government?
I'm I'm actually not the youngest city councilor, which is fun. Councilor Minhas is 2 years younger than me.
Really?
Yeah, and I feel like overall the council is younger than it's been in the past. I'm not. I think it's an interesting perspective. I think maybe it makes me value communicating to the public in a way that's like accessible and engaging, possibly. Like because I grew up around like social media and whatever. So I'm not that I'm like making like a city council TikTok, but like I don't know. I think that would be fun if someone did. But maybe that influences my perspective, and also I think it makes sense that we don't have that many. It can be harder for younger folks because it's a $2,000 a year stipend, and if people are busy working and they don't have time, and well, or really for anyone, not just younger people with families and jobs, it can be challenging to find time. And if you're renting also and don't necessarily have a stable place to participate.
Okay. What have you learned so far from serving in your position?
I feel like I've just been learning how city government works. Like I didn't really understand the executive branch with like how the mayor hires and manages the city employees, and how the legislative branch that we're in, and then like the judicial branch. I didn't really understand, like I remember learning that in school, but I didn't really understand how that like fits together locally. Also just been learning about like municipal finances and taxes and the city budget, and it's also been a cool opportunity to just meet with people in all different parts of the city working on different programs, like just because now that I'm a city councilor, I can like request information or set up meetings with people and find out. So I'm just appreciating getting like a behind the scenes perspective of how the city operates and how people are really like hardworking and give a lot and are trying to make things better for people to live. So.
What do you think is the most important thing we should fix in the city?
I think this is a tough question. Like, how can you say one thing, of course? But I guess like if I were to like really just say like one thing, it would be like cooperation. Like how can we literally work together, because the social fabric is what enables us to take care of issues together. I do feel that like affordable housing and environmental justice are very intersectional and pull at a lot of threads that are interconnected to a lot of things. But yeah, I think maybe just being able to work together is probably the most important thing.
Oh, okay. How can I talk to you or share any ideas about the city?
My email and my phone number is listed on the city website. So it's councilor.brown@greenfield-ma.gov. I don't know my Google Voice phone number off the top of my head, but it's on there. And nobody has ever called me since I've been a city councilor. So I would love to like hear from constituents, because I would love to get the opportunity to meet people and hear from people who think differently from me, who I don't already know.
Oh, that's cool. Do you have anything else you would like to say?
I think that's really it. Thanks for having me. Yeah.
No
Oh,
problem.
I guess one other thing is that my term ends in 2025, and I'm trying to be elected next year. So stay tuned for that. Yeah, campaigning next year, next summer it'll begin.
That's cool. Well, thank you for your time.
Thank you.
No problem. And thanks for watching GCTV. See you next time.